everyone, to this week's edition of Feedback Learnex. I'm Marilyn Dela Cruz, and today we're going to look at all the delicious food and gastronomy that Mexico has to offer, all the surprising, exquisite, different, and extraordinary things that Mexican gastronomy has to offer. Join us! The cuisine of Mexico is very varied and delicious, with very different scents, colors, and flavors, but today we will talk about exotic foods. Composed of insects, fungi, and rare animals, it is worth mentioning that Mexican gastronomy was declared as a cultural and intangible heritage of humanity by UNESCO. One of the most outstanding dishes and also provided by the wonderful state of Oaxaca is stone soup. This food was created by the ancient Chinantec ethnic group of Tuxtepec. It is served in a small cup with the raw ingredients cilantro, shrimp, fish, chili, shallots, and the magic of the dish is that everything is cooked with hot stones and to know that the soup is ready when the rocks are broken. It is delicious.
An animal that can only be found in the rainy season and exclusively in Oaxaca is large and with wings and called chicatana. In Mexico, it is eaten roast, fried, in a snack, as an ingredient of an exquisite hot sauce.
The axayacatl can be found in the luxuriance of the Valley of Mexico. From pre-Hispanic times, it was used as food, as well as its egg called aguahutle, which is also named as Mexican caviar or escamoles.
The huitlacoche does not have the most pleasant aspect, but believe us when we tell you that its flavor is delicious. You can try in quesadillas, tacos, or prepare it with flor de calabaza. The huitlacoche is a great fungus that grows on the corn between the months of July and September, and it's considered the Mexican truffle.
Maguey flowers. Not only tequila comes from the maguey plant. According to the people who have tried this food, it tastes is very similar to chicken meat, so it is a good choice for a vegetarian meal. These flowers can be prepared with eggs, cheese, and tomato, or in meatballs served with chili sauce and tacos. Humiles. Humiles are flying insects that are removed from the mountain, stuck in a taco, and seasoned with lemon. By biting them, you can still feel the movement of these insects in the form of small beetles because even without a head, they have the ability to shake.
In the city of Cuchitlan, Jalisco, the armadillo is a very popular dish among the inhabitants and now among the tourists. Despite the difficulty to find it and hunt it, the armadillo is part of the traditional food of the region since the time of the Zapotecas. This peculiar insect can be tasted in different ways, from toasted, fried, and even is part of an ancestral tradition when typical sauces are elaborated in Aztec country. For example, the guacamole. The most delicious way to try them is also in a classical tlayuda oaxaqueña, which is a large tortilla made of corn which you can add cheese, lettuce, and beans. Roasted, fried, with the garlic sauce, whole or in empanadas. This originally delicacy from Tabasco is very special. The fact of being the only prehistoric animal that we eat makes it an emblem of exotic Mexican food. Some other dishes that are tasted in Mexico are the iguanas. Many will say that it tastes like chicken, but iguana's meat is considered an exotic delicacy in many places in the world. In Mexico, it is popular in the southeast where this species abounds.
Tequila. Of course, this had to be the number one place considered by many as one of the best manufactured alcoholic beverages in the world. Tequila has a very interesting elaboration process as it acquires its flavors. Jalisco is the cradle of the most famous Mexican drink in the world. That's why this is the home of the tequila route. This well-known drink is obtained from fermentation with yeast and distillation of the blue agave juices, which must have between 6 and 10 years of maturity. After all the process, the tequila is deposited in wooden barrels. Those who like tequila know that there is nothing like a good little shot glass with lemon and salt to celebrate.
It is a traditional drink of Oaxaca. Legend has it that a lightning fell on an agave plant, opening and frying its center. The natives perceived the scent of the nectar that emanated and drank the liquid that, according to them, their gods had given to them. This is how mezcal was born, chosen as the second most representative of Mexico.
It has a pre-Hispanic origin and is a traditional drink from Hidalgo, the central part of the country. It was considered for many years as the exclusive of the lower classes. It was also very important during the conquest, since the taxes collected with sales and production were essential for the economy of the colony. Its elaboration begins with the fermentation of the heart of maguey or mead through the process known as raspado, which is carried out by a tlachiquero. When the maguey reaches a certain age, the center is extracted and scraped to release the juice, which is fermented in 24 hours. As the famous saying says, pulque, blessed sweet torment. What are you doing out there? Come on in.
The tepache is a drink belonging to the pre-Hispanic period of the center and southeast of the country. It contains approximately 1% of alcohol. In Hidalgo, Mexico City, and Puebla, is prepared based on fermented fruits. It comes from the Nahuatl word tepatli, which means corn drink, because originally this traditional Mexican beverage was made from corn.
Sotol comes from Chihuahua, which takes its name from the desert plant where it is obtained. Its flavor is similar to tequila, but stronger. It is produced only in an artisanal way by Tarahumara for 800 years.
Michoacán also has a drink to bring to the country, la charanda, which means tierra colorada. It's named after Sierra de la Charanda, where the first distillery was built.
The ingenuity of the Mayans made them ferment honey from bees to produce and obtain this liquor. It is prepared with anise or with rum, and it is customary to serve alone, with honey or even put it in coffee. Distilled from the flower of the same name, Extaventún is the most famous drink of the Yucatan Peninsula. Its name of Mayan origin means vine that grows on the stone.
A traditional drink for Veracruz, favorite in fresh and hot days, and in these traditional dates where everybody is always cheerful. Over the years, it has been perfect and has gained great popularity, famous for its sweetness, its creamy consistency, but with a powerful touch of cane liquor that you can barely notice.
Well, everyone, that's it for this week's edition of Feedback Learnex. I hope you not only learned a lot, but that you enjoyed everything that has to do with traditional Mexican cuisine and gastronomy, from the exquisite, the extraordinary, the different, and the surprising. See you all next week at 9:15 p.m.